NFL Week 7, locked in picks. Dave and I in the studio. He has a fresh suit on. I'm in just normal Calvin Klein pants. Nothing fancy here. How you doing, Dave?
Doing great, Cuzzo. Doing great. How are you?
We just got back from Los Angeles. Doing good. On tour.
Yes, that too. Your picks last week was the best picks. Like, I killed it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Then I was awful, and then you were amazing last week. So it's like, if everyone listened to us, one of us will be amazing. We don't know which one, but one of us.
Thank you, first of all. I will take all the credit. No,
yes.
But yeah, the Cowboys defeated the Jaguars. That was like one of our disagreements. Steelers, Bengals, which was a great game. All of them were great games. Like, they were right down to the wire.
Down to the wire. That was
Patriots,
probably the
Chiefs.
best game. That was the best game of the weekend. Oh, my gosh.
You could have been right on the money. I was wrong about the Browns. You had the Chargers. So a couple, like one play away, we'd be having opposite roles.
Yeah.
So that's what makes the NFL the best sport in the world.
Opposites attract.
Exactly. So, guys, but the games we do agree on, our percentage is way up there.
We killed it again. It was like, I think it was 10 games we agreed on, 10 or 9, and we hit like 7 out of 9 or 8 out of 10. We're hitting 80%.
Yeah. So, guys, if you're a betting man, betting woman, listen to the Locked In podcast. We're doing it all right now. NFL Week 7, Locked In picks. Let's start it off.
Okay, let's do it. Tonight's game, let's get it. It's the Denver Broncos at the Arizona Cardinals. Max, take it away. You were the Locked In champion last week.
Thank you.
Floor is yours.
But the belt is ours. And I'm going with the Denver Broncos. I like Josh Rosen for the Cardinals. He's a young, obviously, rookie quarterback, and it's at Arizona.
It is.
But you've been on the money with it, and I'm kind of starting to get on that train now and the bandwagon of Khalil Mack as a possible MVP candidate. And I think him and the Broncos will be too much for the rookie quarterback.
Just throwing out, Mac plays for the Bears, but I'm with you on the MVP.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I mixed
Von
up that
Miller
one.
and Bradley Chubb.
Yes, they still have a great defense.
Yes. So you're on the money, but just you had nickels in your pockets.
I saw Broncos. I'm like thinking Bears. Yeah. So no, but the Broncos still, like you just said, have a great defensive team.
They do.
I think that will overwhelm the rookie quarterback.
Totally agree. I went back and forth on this game, but at the end of it, the Broncos have the best defensive ends with Bradley Chubb and Von Miller, and they will go after the rookie quarterback of Josh Rosen. And it's only they played on Sunday, now they play on Thursday. And you think about it, of everyone that needs more time, I would think it's rookies because they would need more tape and more.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so I think with Denver, with veterans like Case Keenum and the veterans wide receiving core, I think they will go into Thursday a little bit of an advantage, and they have a better squad. So I got Denver beating Arizona, maybe around 24-14, 24-17.
Okay, so we're in agreement right there. Both have the Denver Broncos winning, and that was a good point about the rookie quarterback needing more time.
Thank you.
Very well calculated there, Dave the Wave.
I'm like Target. I know my MMA stuff. I know my football stuff. I'm well-rounded. I'm like Target.
You have everything you need.
Yes.
All right, but do you have the best prices?
No. But I'm okay. I'll pay the high prices. Target all day
for
long.
what you get.
Yes.
All right, here we go. We have the Titans versus the Chargers. This is an interesting matchup. I don't think it's as concrete as most people would believe, but who does Dave the Wave have winning this game?
Guys, I called it before the season. The Chargers were my AFC Super Bowl prediction, and I'm going hardcore. I'm going all in with the Chargers. They've won 4 out of 5 games. This game's in London. This game's overseas, so it's not in L.A., but the Chargers have a better roster than Tennessee, and I just don't like Tennessee week to week. They beat a team they maybe shouldn't have. They lose to a team that's not as good to them. I just think the Chargers have a better roster. I got Chargers winning this game easily, 34-20.
Yeah, don't overthink it sometimes. Better roster. I believe they win this game as well. Agreeance again. Now, it's interesting. So some people think it's almost like a home game for the Chargers, even though it's in London. I've heard that. So I'm not sure why. Is it because just they're a more popular team? But I don't know what it is. I've heard that a couple times now. But I think regardless of where it's at, the Chargers are just a better team. Okay. And I have them winning as well.
Okay, this third game, I kind of wanted to give it a second, right? Out of all the games, this might be the most important game of the week. AFC South, division rival game. The Houston Texans, they were 0-3. They've won 3 straight games. They're 3-3. The Jacksonville Jaguars, they're 3-3, and they're kind of in a down spiral. And the Colts aren't good. They're 1-5. They don't have a shot. And what's the other team's Tennessee, and they're 3-3. So this is like, I know it's early, and I know I don't want to get too hyperbolic.
Yeah,
thanks, man.
There you go.
Like whoever wins this game is in the lead of the AFC South.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's the most important. It's not the best game of the week, but maybe the most important.
Want to know what stood out to me, and we'll get back to the game very, very briefly here, just taking a minor detour. watching the NBA preseason game, right? Not preseason, they're like season opener. And it's like, I'm an NBA guy, you're an NBA guy.
Yeah.
But there's something to the NFL that every single game matters. Like you just hit on. It's like, I'm watching the season opener, and I think it's a crucial game for both teams to see where they are. But we know this game isn't going to dictate what happens in the playoffs. And like this game between the Jaguars and the Texans means so much more than just a season opener for an NBA team. And that's why the NFL is just so unique.
Locked in point. Unbelievable point. Everyone knows it doesn't matter. Philly's 0-1.
Exactly.
Who cares? Like, I think almost everyone thinks it's Boston, Philly in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
No one thinks that either of this team is probably going to be in the Super Bowl or be in the AFC Championship, but whoever wins this game is in the big driver's seat to win the division, and then you're in the playoffs, and then anything can happen.
Yeah, who knows?
No one thought Nick Foles would win multiple games, beat Drew, beat the NFC, and then beat Tom Brady. So anything can happen. So, okay, let's get back to it. The Texans won 3 straight. They're on the road to Jacksonville. Can I take this one?
Yeah, of course.
It's a gut feeling. I don't want to go into it.
Uh-oh. Upset alert?
No. Jacksonville wins at home.
Okay.
I just think Blake Bortles and the team at home, they get together, they go to friendlies, they get a good ice cream sundae, they have a great day, they win on Sunday.
I'm not a Blake Bortles guy. I've told you that multiple times now, especially on the road. Blake Bortles, I think you're a better quarterback than he is.
Thank you, I am.
At home, though, especially a defensive team, obviously they thrive on emotion, off the crowd. I have the Jacksonville Jaguars winning this game as well, and because it's at home is why it's kind of locked in for me. I love Deshaun Watson, but his offensive line is terrible against a great defensive team. I have the Jaguars, not trying to overthink it anymore. That's locked in.
3 for 3. I love it. Let's keep it rolling. Carolina Panthers go to Philadelphia, play the Philadelphia Eagles. Max, who do you got?
This is one of the toughest ones on the list for me personally because I love Cam Newton. He's becoming a little more efficient this year. This is a big year for him. But Carson Wentz is back, and he's starting to get in his groove, a couple more games. I like the Eagles' overall roster better. They're obviously the defending champs. And they're at home. I'm taking the Eagles, but it was like more of a toss-up for me. But I'm taking the Eagles with this one.
Fly, Eagles fly. They win this game. I love little details about the NFL season and the schedule. They played Thursday against the Giants, so they had an extra 3 days to rest, an extra 3 days to look at Cam Newton film. Eagles will win this game, guys, 37-20. They blow them out.
Wow, blow them out, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the next one. So wait, we're in agreement so far, 4 for 4.
4 for 4.
So bet your money on these 4 games.
No college education. Don't buy food for your family next week. Don't go to Publix. Bet on these games.
Makes sense. It makes sense. It does make sense. So now we have the Vikings at the Jets.
Yes.
The floor is yours, or is the floor mine?
The floor is yours. You take it away.
Okay. I bet against Sam Darnold with the Colts. I think we were both incorrect on that one.
Yes.
He obviously surprised me. He continues to surprise us. Even though we're so high on him, he's still surprising
We're
us.
Sam Darnold guys. Rookie of the year. He's the next franchise best quarterback in the world. That was like our thing for 6 months, and then we bet against him last week.
And I'm betting against him again.
Ooh.
I'm taking the Vikings to beat the Jets. I think, again, better overall roster. I like him that he's at home, but Sam Darnold does not have the weapons that the Vikings have, so I'm going with the Vikings.
100% agree. 5 for 5. Vikings beat the Jets. Better offense, better roster. Minnesota on the road gets this W.
Okay, now, Dave, this is a tough one. We have the Patriots high after a huge win against the Chiefs versus the Bears and Khalil Mack.
So you got one of the best defenders in the world against probably the best quarterback in the world, Mack versus Brady. I went back and forth on this one, and then I was like, I went to my thing, Max. Is Bill Belichick coaching this game?
I believe so.
Is Tom Brady the quarterback of this game?
I believe he is.
I got the Patriots.
I do as well, because now in the past it would be a little harder to decide, but it's an offensive-minded league now. So if you're going hand-in-hand on an offensive guy versus a defensive guy, the rules are siding with the offensive guy. He automatically has an advantage, especially when you're talking about the GOAT. I'm going with Tom Brady.
We are 6 for 6. I just want the people to know. we don't tell each other the picks before the show. We want them to be organic. If we go all the way, if we go the distance, just bet everything.
Yeah, my savings is going into this.
Yeah. Sell your car, get all the money, put it on our games, and then buy a nicer car.
There you go. Sometimes we get so excited we stand up and record. Sometimes we're next to each other and record. Either way, we both have lists of the games, right? I have a blank list purposely so we don't ever try to persuade each other or try to cheat and look over and peek. This is a blank list, and we're in agreement.
Oh, my gosh.
A blank list. So here we go. We have your Bills against the Colts.
Josh Allen is hurt, guys. They just announced that Derek Anderson will start this game. So we have Derek Anderson starting against Andrew Luck. Enough said. Colts win, going away, 35-10.
In agreement again, and they're at home, the Colts. Andrew Luck at home. Don't overthink it, guys. The Colts are winning this game.
All right, here we go. 2 button teams. This might be one. This is it. This could be it, Max. The Cleveland Browns are on the road versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jameis Winston started last week versus Atlanta. Looked really good. Had 4 touchdowns. Almost pulled off the upset, but did not. So, can I take this one away? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Tampa Bay at home. I think Jameis, his first home game, he looked really good last week, and I think he's got something to prove. Baker Mayfield is starting to get into the rookie. They got tape on him. Tampa will control this game. 30-20 Bucks.
In agreement again.
Wow.
Because this is one of those that I went back and forth on, but there's a couple things. Like you said, we have more footage and tape on Baker Mayfield now than they've ever have in the NFL. But people are convinced that it's just Baker. This Browns team is just a better team than they used to be, not just with Baker. But like you said, Jameis Winston coming back at home, I think he's a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield. And at home, I'm taking the Buccaneers as well. It was harder than the rest of the list, though, for me. This game was kind of 50-50 for me.
Yeah, because they're both like that 2-4, 3-3. They're both like just mediocre teams. Wow, 8 for 8. Max and I are 8 for 8, folks. This is awesome. I cannot wait. All right. This is my upset pick of the week.
So this is the one that we're probably going to disagree on.
I think so. I don't know. You know how much. Okay, the game is the Detroit Lions versus the Miami Dolphins. Miami's at home. They just beat Chicago in an overtime game. And everyone, if you listen to this show 121 episodes in, we're the best thing going. I loathe, I think I nailed that, Matt Stafford. Worst contract in the NFL. I don't get it. I don't like it. I didn't like it. I will argue everyone to the death of it. Ugh. The Detroit Lions upset the Dolphins and win this game. Why? Yeah, I'm not just throwing out facts. When the Miami Dolphins, they played all the 10 minutes of overtime. So you played almost 5 quarters, and who do they play? They played Chicago, a physical, a big, a strong
game
defense, right? They went back and forth. So what is that? Takes a toll on a body, and it's Brock Osweiler again. He had something to prove. No one really knew he was starting till late in the week. Now Detroit knows it's Brock Osweiler. I just think Matt Patricia knows Brock Osweiler from the Denver days and from the Houston Texans days. Detroit Lions, I guarantee my upset and locked-in pick. I'm putting it all together. It's like a Big Mac sandwich. Upset and locked in. The Detroit Lions beat the Miami Dolphins.
If I could clap, I would. I have a mic in my hand. But bravo. That was good.
Thank you.
This is a tougher one for me because you're persuading me a little bit, but for argument's sake, I want to disagree with you.
Yep.
So I'm not. Is it a sign of weakness if I agree with you?
Oh, no, because I will be right.
Yeah, because every point you made was legitimate. Like you said, it wasn't just saying an upset just to say an upset.
Yeah.
That was a classic game, whether you say it was sloppy or beautiful to watch. It was a classic game with the Bears, but that does take out a lot of a team.
Yes.
That does. So that being said, sometimes you just have to pat someone on the back and make, wow, that was great. This is my moment, in agreement with you. Pat on the back, that was great. Upset of the week for you, Dave. You're locked in.
Yeah, I'm putting it all in the sandwich.
Is it 100% locked in pick?
Yes, my 100% and locked in pick. It's never happened before,
It
Max.
hasn't.
It's never happened.
First time for everything. Okay, well.
It's like getting a Gabby slice of pizza and putting a meatball sub and rolling it together and then eating it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in agreement. So we may have to end it on that one. Anyway, so we have the Lions beating the Dolphins. We've been in agreement in every game so far. This is the first time we've ever done it. We've never had this many games so far. Dave, you blew me away. I think I've never liked you better. So now we're going in the Saints and the Ravens.
Wow.
Let me just take this game so people don't think I'm copying you now.
Sure.
This game with the Browns game was like the 2 games that was the hardest for me because I could see it going both ways. I just stated earlier, don't bet against an offensive-minded team in this type of league. Now we have Drew Brees, and we all know how good Drew Brees is, and their offensive line is good, but it's at Baltimore. And Baltimore always seems to play up to these type of games. They always do. So this is a 50-50 coin flip for me. but I'm going against my gut, and I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens because the Ravens they're at home. They're a great defensive team. I think Joe Flacco notices these type of games and steps up, but it won't surprise me if Drew Brees has a classic Drew Brees games and wins the game.
Okay, the same thing. This is the best game, the most wins with both teams in this game. This is like the game of the week. It's the Saints versus the Ravens, okay? I went back and forth with it as you as well.
Yeah.
But then I kept on going back that Baltimore's defense at home. And Drew Brees as an unbelievable top 10 quarterback of all time, a Hall of Famer. He's an underrated MVP pick so far this season.
Yeah.
But he's a different quarterback outside that dome in New Orleans.
For sure.
He's not as good. He's not as pinpoint as he is on the road. And this game is in Baltimore. It could be a little bit cold, too. I like Baltimore in this game. So close, guys. 21-20. Baltimore Ravens sneak out a win.
Okay, we're in agreement again.
Wow.
We have the Baltimore Ravens defeating the New Orleans Saints. Next off, the floor is yours, Dave. The Dallas Cowboys at the Redskins.
Okay. One thing I learned about watching so much NFL games for the last 20, 25 years, when the team is on the highest high, go against them, and when the team is on the lowest low, go with them, put money into it. And Dallas Cowboys at 4 o'clock had the game of the week versus Jacksonville, 40 points. Dak Prescott's he's still running the ball against that defense. I just think they're 3-3. That's their record. That's who they are. They're a 500 squad with the best win of their season. I'm going the opposite way. I'm going with Washington. I'm going at home. I'm going with veteran Alex Smith, who actually just beat Carolina as well.
Yeah.
They're a solid team. One of their losses was at the Saints. That's no, gimme at all. So I have Washington beating the Dallas Cowboys.
It turns out we may be in agreement this whole list because
Oh my gosh.
I predicted the Dallas Cowboys would beat the Jaguars. Now, they had 40 points on Saxonville's defense. But the point that you made is exactly why I'm not going with them this game. After a high, I'm not going against them. I'm going with them again. So I'll take the Redskins at home defeating Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
11-11. There's 3 games left. We have never done this. We've always had 3, 4, 5 games, that we go against each other. This is amazing. 3 games left. This is real quick on this one. Los Angeles Rams versus the 49ers. Max, take it away.
My 100% locked in of the week, the Los Angeles Rams, the undefeated Rams, Jared Goff, Sean McVay, defeat the 49ers without Jimmy Garoppolo. Surprise, surprise.
Rams, 100% win. Totally agree with you. That's your locked-in pick. I support it 110%. They blow them out 42-10. I like it. Okay, 2 games left, guys. We're 12 for 12. We have the Sunday night game and the Monday night game. Will something finally give? The Cincinnati Bengals on the road versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And it's kind of funny that both of these teams are maybe better than what everyone thought going into the season, and both of these teams lost to the Steelers and the Patriots, who have been the icing on the cake of the AFC for the last decade. They both lost to them in the last minute of the game. Max, take it away. Lead us into Sunday night. Tell us who wins this football game.
Okay, I was about to say, if you want the floor, you can have the floor, but I never mind taking the floor. I have the Chiefs versus the Bengals at home. The MVP candidate, Patrick Mahomes, wins this game. Don't overthink it. The Bengals are a solid team, like you said, losing to the top-notch teams, but I'll take the MVP. With this offense, there's only a handful of people that can outscore them. Patriots, with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick did, I don't think the Bengals do it.
100% agree. They scored 40 points in New England, guys. They scored 31 in the second half. Just time ran out on them. If there was 5 more minutes left in that game, I think the Chiefs pull out that victory. They were fantastic. They were a great team. Patrick Mahomes comes back home, gets the W. He does not want to lose 2 games in a row. We are 13 for 13, Max. The Chiefs beat the Bengals. There's 1 game left. It's your favorite team. It's your heart. It's the New York Giants. It's the chaos of Odell Beckham Jr. They drafted Saquon Barkley over Sam Darnold. They have crazy Eli sloppy man in that quarterback playing against the Atlanta Falcons. Max, last game. Take it away.
You have to remind me of everything before you introduce the Giants? Come on now. I'm sick of listening about Eli Manning. Everything Odell said, Odell keeps saying it because it was correct. 100% locked in. Although I don't really recommend and advise people to go to the media to talk about issues in the locker room, in this case you do it because nobody wants to admit it besides the locked in crew. Eli Manning is past his prime. He's a non-accurate non-mobile quarterback. Guys, I bet against the Giants before. And I've been right. I'm betting against the Giants again. I'm going with the Falcons at home. I have the better quarterback, Matt Ryan, against Eli Manning. No secret, the Falcons win this game. Dave, are we in agreement 100%?
14 for 14.
There we go.
We did it. Everyone that's listening to it, clear out your savings account. Go into your child's room. Take the most expensive thing out of it. Sell it on eBay. Grab the money and put money on these games. Falcons will win. Monday Night Football, beautiful new stadium. Matt Ryan will have the guys flying down the field. I do not trust Eli Manning. He's a sloppy mess. 14 for 14. Max, our greatest locked-in picks ever. Week 7. It was funny that I thought you were going with Miami. I persuaded you a little bit, and trust me, I will not let you down.
I put my faith in you. This is an emotional roller coaster today because you made me laugh. You made me upset about the Giants. You have jokes. You make me laugh again. So let's just say I'm overall very happy and pleased with this episode. If you guys want to find us, October 20th, Clash of the Titans, we will be there. Take a picture with us, argue about these NFL picks, but there won't be a lot to argue about. We were 100% locked in together. So, like always, Dave, where can they find us, though?
Podcast, anything, any podcast platform, Spotify,
iHeartRadio,
Stitcher,
Apple Podcast.
That's almost all of them.
Okay. Download, subscribe, Locked In with 2 N's. We do this every Thursday. And like always, stay locked in.